About a year ago, we were walking down a pathway here in the UK and we found it to be completely blocked deliberately by the landowner with razor sharp barbed wire. You had to either climb over or turn round and go back. We reported it to the council on the wonderful app on our phones. A year on, we're back to see if anything has changed. So when we made that video a year ago, we came to the conclusion that pretty much any pathway or footpath or right of way that exists in the UK that just stops, well, you wouldn't be able to get to the end of it, despite you might just want to go for a walk down it. And we were right in 75% of the cases. This one was a great example of that, where it's blocked halfway down the pathway. I'm not sure, genuinely we're not sure, because we haven't been here since what's happened. We're hoping the council have done something about it and asked the person to remove the barbed wire. We're going to find out very shortly. Now you may be thinking, oh, you're being a bit pernickety. Why would you want to walk down a pathway that just ends abruptly? Well, quite a few do in the UK, and I kind of feel a little bit passionate about the fact that we shouldn't just close pathways at any point or any juncture. You never know what the future holds, so if you just get rid of a right of way, not really the goal. And then there's another aspect. The absolute beautiful view that we're looking at now, right, Rebecca? So this is an old sunken lane, albeit, as Rebecca said, a very blocked one in terms of the foliage. I guess you could call it a holloway, and it's probably hundreds and hundreds of years old, maybe even more. It's just carved out of the landscape. It's really quite beautiful. So that alone is one reason to walk this route here, and the hundreds of others across the country that are blocked off abruptly. Well, you still should be able to walk them just to be able to get outside. So we're getting close now to where this was blocked last time round. Let's have a look and see if anything's been done. We think the railway is the reason why this footpath was just cut off, because they basically there was a landslide on the railway and it blocked off the passageway underneath, and in the 60s they just never opened it again. They obviously didn't really care about rights of way. It's just, it gets worse really. Right, it's still here. Where, let's be fair, we're probably 10 and a half, 11 months on from when we first reported this as a block pathway. The pathway goes right down into the field, down all the way down to the railway. There's that old abandoned mansion down there. There's all sorts of history here. You should be able to walk here. Really disappointing you can't. I'm not going to climb it today because I don't want to risk ripping my clothes. Interestingly, someone else has been here in the last year. They've tried to cut the barbed wire. It looks like it. The premise is it's almost like one of those Hampshire gates where you can lift the latch and move it, but it's not, because it's dug into the ground. There's no, it's all nailed up there. So this is not, this is a deliberately blocked footpath, reported to the council. The council have done nothing about it in a year. Not blaming individuals, perhaps they're busy. I'm sure there's lots of different reasons, but what do you think? Should we be able to walk on pathways that do just end admittedly 300 or 400 yards further on? I kind of feel we should be able to exercise our right if it's on the definitive maps and therefore the OS maps. There's no reason we shouldn't be able to walk down there. What do you think? Let us know in the comments below.
Oh. The problem with this hat, it's not very fitting. It keeps flopping down below my eyes.
Bit of a shorter video this week, back next week with a nice long cool story. If you like this sort of content, do all the good things and click all the stuff in the doobly-doo below. I've been Paul.
And I've been Rebecca.
We'll see you this time next week.